partner in crime, the founder of Mental Health at the Mic, and a PTSD parent. And I think I did pretty good.
You did.
Kelly Wilson.
Thank you, Molly. That was a smoother transition than we planned. Oh well. My life keeps getting harder. I was recently diagnosed lactose intolerant, which means no dairy, no cheese, no ice cream. So I never considered myself intolerant. Sorry, lactose. But it turns out that I am the Donald Trump of cheese. Yeah. I love cheese. It is like a one day at a time thing for me to stay away from it. Consider myself in recovery. But I think about my mental health in terms of cheese. So I've been diagnosed with PTSD, depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. So PTSD is a tangy Swiss, and depression is a mild Gouda. Anxiety is a sharp cheddar, and low self-esteem is Cheese Whiz. You can pour it on everything, and it's still gross. I was like, nobody talks about low self-esteem. I'm gonna put together like a fun run or something. So I did. Nobody came. So that was cool. My gynecologist is the one who prescribes my medication. Excuse me, specifically antidepressants. So you know you're depressed when even your crotch is sad. How many of you get annual exams of the lady parts? Nice. So you know how it goes, like scoot your butt down and the hot light and just relax your knees, and that's what I'm doing, laying back. And he's chatting. I've known him for 20 years. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Hey, have you ever thought about getting antidepressants? And I was like, what? You read lips now? Don't tell all my secrets down there. Another fun fact about me, think about your children in this scenario. I taught elementary school for 10 years. I loved it. And when I took my little prescription for antidepressants to the pharmacy, one of my former students was behind the counter. So I go up there, she kind of looks down, she looks at me, she goes, gets it, brings it back to me and goes, well, that explains a lot. She was always my favorite. Always. I have cried pretty consistently for the last 2 years. And also, my grandma just died, like in the last couple weeks. So I've been thinking a lot about my grandma and about crying, and I remember she told me, crying is for weak people. Crying shows weakness. Be strong, don't cry. So I'm like, the last couple weeks or so, I'm like, guess what, Grandma? It takes more muscles to frown than to smile, and I frown when I cry, so basically, I'm the Jane Fonda of crying. I cry so much. So I feel stronger, sure. So I'm crying so much, I feel stronger. Also, why is my butt still so big? Can I make my butt cry? These are my questions. Crying, I will give her this. Crying doesn't so much show weakness as it's just not attractive. Because I looked at my cry face in the mirror and it's like the business end of a hot dog. It's like, and then it made me laugh, and then I was crying again. It was very interesting. And the other day, my trainer asked me how I am, and I said, I'm so tired of crying. I have been crying since June 2017. I'm so sick of it. And she was like, oh, honey, go get some water. You're dehydrated. The great thing about crying at your friends' houses and being in your 40s is that we're all pretty financially stable enough to have really good tissue. So I'm like some of these tissue boxes, they're just like, the regular size tissue boxes, and they're Kleenex, and they have like 5 tissues in them. So I'm like, is this aloe? What do you do for a living again? This is a blanket. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. So I have no transition for this. I think it's a really funny joke. My friend, and it's not a joke, it's a true story. My friend was with her sister in the psych ward for suicide prevention. So they were put in a room with a whiteboard and markers. And she said, let's play a game. What was the game? Hangman. Hangman. And I thought about how many years did I play that in my classroom with children? Since when did spelling become so life and death? My goodness. Oh my. I love the suicide prevention hotline. I called it earlier this year. And when I was done, I felt calmer. I felt like there was hope. I felt like it was a good investment of my time and effort. I also felt a little bit empty inside, like, where's my ice cream? I think that Suicide Prevention Hotline should partner with Grubhub. So when you're done calling Suicide Prevention Hotline, you get transferred to Grubhub and they take your ice cream order and then they deliver free ice cream to your house. Like, how awesome would that be? So this is how I imagine it would go. Thank you for calling Suicide Prevention Hotline. We will now connect you to Grubhub. Dun, 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 dun. This is a girl from Ipanema. It's whole music. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, thank you for calling the Grubhub partnership with Suicide Prevention Hotline for your free ice cream. Press 1 if you'd like vanilla. Press 2 if you'd like chocolate. Press 3 if you're lactose intolerant. And we will connect you back with Suicide Prevention Hotline. And that's my time. Thank you very much.